Freaking cat runs around here all freaking night. Chickens wake me up. Hogs are out there. And my bathroom stuff is absolutely horrible. 5-gallon bucket, 400 grit sandpaper.
Folks, and welcome to Shit Happens. In this installment, a buddy of mine, Tim, come down and spend the weekend with me, and we're going to hunt for ginseng and golden seal on my property. Stick around and see how the story unfolds. So I'm with my buddy Tim here. We're looking for ginseng and golden seal. And he did find some golden seal here. And I'm still new to this, still learning all this. Well, I had no idea I had this on my property, but that's why he's out here, to do a walkabout, because I'm usually all over the mushrooms and I'm passing up stuff that has some value. And
you have to, when we find this, like I said, it just usually grows in nice big patches, so there's got to be more out here somewhere, because this stuff, it just doesn't show up. They're pretty old plants too. I mean, that's a nice knotty, I mean, it's got some weight to it. And the going rate right now is pretty close to $50 a pound dry.
So even these pieces, these little roots with all these little stems,
yep, just wash it off, we'll dry it up. And you can save the tops too. You can dry these tops. The tops are worth around $12, $13 right now for dry tops.
Turn gold.
It's a pretty good size one too.
Tim and I are out on my property right now looking for ginseng and golden seal. And I just couldn't pass up walking over to this puffball. That's a big puffball. Now, these are certainly edible, and a lot of people like eating them. You need to cut them in half and make sure they're solid white on the inside. There's no yellow or it's starting to rot, and then a lot of people peel that outer skin off. And you just fry them up in a skillet with some butter, salt, and pepper. They're really good. It's just me and Lori, they just taste like, they have the texture of marshmallows after they're cooked, and for an edible mushroom it just doesn't do it for me, but that's a big puffball.
Wow, nice.
And there's a little bit of brown in here. Another couple days and this wouldn't have been worth picking for harvesting, but that's all edible meat.
Tar powder.
Just a quick little update here. A good buddy of mine, Tim, come down to my place this weekend to look for golden seal and ginseng on my property. We didn't have too much luck there, but we did find some mushrooms. I was pretty tickled to see what we got today. First hen of the woods. These usually are another week or so out, but we had a lot of rain recently, and I was absolutely tickled to get the first hen of the woods of the year. Here we have a nice pile of chanterelles. Usually these are done by now here, but this was a real nice score. Some more edible ones are Old Man of the Woods. I don't find a lot of these, but when I do, they're a treat. It's neat to find them. And these are edible too. And then probably my favorite mushroom of all time. This is tops over hen, chicken of the woods, chanterelles, morel mushrooms. Is these fellas right here. These are Hygrophorus milkies. And all these grow around oak trees, or at least around here, but I love it when I find a bunch of these milkies. I don't want to say they're easy to identify. There's not a lot of poisonous lookalikes, but when you scratch the gills in these, they'll bleed a white latex. There's no fishy smell at all, velvety top. The gills are slightly decurrent going down the stalk. But these here, if you like portobello mushrooms and you get familiar with these and you can find some of these, identify them properly, these are some of the best mushrooms out there, at least in my book. And then a few other ones we found here. I think this is it's a bolete. It's a red gyroporus, I think. We're going to do a spore print on these to check it out. I'm not sure what these are. If anybody knows, let me know. But there was huge rings of these around trees, like in a 70-foot diameter. Just a whole ring of them, hundreds of them. So I'm going to kind of look into this, see what we got here. And then this purpafella. I don't know what the hell that is, but we're going to look into it. And then a polypore of some sort. I don't know if this is an artist conch or a rashish or whatever they're called, but I want to do a little bit of research on this, see what this is. But all in all, it was a great day, especially for mushrooms. I mean, this was a great find.
CJ invited me up here. Do some ginseng, gold seal hunting, digging. So he said, hey, I got this great room for you out here in the barn. Well, this is what I got. Got a bed, dark quarters. It's kind of nice, but I'm going to tell you something. The bathroom setup is not good at all. This is what I ended up with. Got a 5-gallon bucket, sandpaper. So you know I've been here pretty much all weekend, and I'm out here by myself. It's like 2 freaking o'clock in the morning, and so the refrigerator was stocked. Well, stocked with nothing. It's a good thing I had some chips. This is what I found. Night crawlers, freaking mustard, ketchup. To be honest with you, I don't even know how old that is. Ranch dressing. I wouldn't put that on these. Parmesan cheese. My favorite, liquid smoke. Maybe I'll put those on my dog biscuits that you left for your dog. You're pathetic. Okay, so I got this nice room over here that's pretty much pretty good, you know. But he did warn me about the barn cat. And we keep the door shut as much as we can when I was here. But apparently, the cat was in there at night. And when I woke up, well, I wasn't waking up, but when I was sleeping, the cat was a little friendly. And when I moved, of course it did. I got a cat bite. So now, I'm gonna roll this thing up. Just like that. That way, if it's stuck in my room tonight, at least it won't bite this arm. Thanks a lot, CJ.
Okay, so Tim and I spent the weekend looking for ginseng and golden seal on my property. We didn't have any luck. We found a little bit of golden seal, but no ginseng. We found a bunch of mushrooms. But he was gracious enough to bring up a bag of seeds, ginseng seeds from his property, that we're going to try to, we're going to hit a few of the spots around my place and see if there's some ideal conditions to get some of these planted and get them started. I'm still kind of new to all the ginseng laws, regulations, harvesting, the whole 9 yards. I know it's heavily regulated, in many states illegal to even pick. Ohio does offer a season for these. I believe the roots have to be 5 years old before you can even harvest. I just want to get them established, and if it's 10, 15, 20 years down the road before I can start harvesting any of these, then so be it. But it'll need to get some of these started.
Okay. Nice little small spot here. Grab this out here. Cultivator, these are bigger. These are more wild. And these are stratified. These seeds here are over. These seeds right now are a year old. I picked them last year, depulped them, buried them in boxes in sand underground. Took them out about 2 weeks ago. Sifted them, floated test them. You know, I put them in water.
Right.
And then the bad seeds.
I do the same thing with acorns.
Okay.
Yep.
And now these seeds will come up in the spring. So it takes two cold cycles for them to germinate. So when these seeds germinate, it'll be a year and a half old.
Cool. So now we just get this rake back in.
Yep, just planting up dirt. Now take debris out.
Basically just a little bit of nature's mulch, protecting them.
Yep, it keeps, if you get...
Well, we got one little patch in, and we got about 8, 9 more to do. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, I sincerely appreciate you sticking around. This isn't a typical humor piece that the wife and I do, or even an opinion piece, or my top 5. But a good friend of mine come up for the weekend, and we had a blast. And I learned a lot about medicinal plants, ginseng and golden seal, and we found a bunch of mushrooms. So I appreciate you hanging around to the end here, and until next time, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share with some friends.